Om. Om. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashtivinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashtivinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashtivinayak Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Moria. Jalaram Bappa Namo Namah Shri Sant Shiromani Namo Namah Karuna Sagar Namo Namah Shri Ram Bhakt Namo Namah. Jalaram Bappa Namo Namah Virpurvasi Namo Namah Virbai Mana Namo Namah Shri Ram Bhakt Namo Namah. Om Sai Namo Namah Shri Sai Namo Namah Jai Jai Sai Namo Namah Sadguru Sai Namo Namah. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmeva Bandhana Mrityo Mokshayamamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmeva Bandhana Mrityo Mokshayamamrutat. Vandan kariye mari Kul Devi Ma, Vandan kariye mari Nav Durga, Vandan kariye Kul Devi Mane, Vandan kariye Nav Durga. Mari Khamma Khamma Mane Khamma Khamma, Mari Khamma Khamma Mane Khamma Khamma, Khamma Khamma Mari Kul Devi Mane Khamma Khamma Mari Nav Durga. Mari Khamma Khamma Mari Nav Durga, Mari Khamma Khamma Mari Kul Devi Ma.
Sona Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Jinendra, Jai Swami Narayan, Saira, and good morning to you all. Om Shanti. What a wonderful day to start a morning off. Peaceful. No? It's a nice morning today. Not very cold. Okay, so today, by the way, happy Republic Day today, isn't it? Yes. Happy Republic Day. Anyway, we've got Sangeeta ji from India, and she's going to give us a wonderful talk on looking within. What is looking within? Looking within is a phrase that can refer to introspection, a psychological process of examining one's own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It can also refer to spiritual practice of reconnecting with oneself and the world. Introspection, a psychological process of examining one's own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, involves thinking about how one's actions, thoughts, feelings, and judgments affect themselves and others. It can also help strengthen memory, develop visualization, and rewire thought and emotional pattern. There's also spiritual practice followed on. It's a quite a large subject. So can I invite Sangeeta ji and talk about it more? And also, she's just come back from Prayarag, Mahakumbh, so she can talk about that as well to us, which we're missing out. But I believe it is a really beautiful thing to visit, and the amazing effort they have made is wonderful. But let's invite Sangeeta ji. That would be great. Sangeeta ji, I'm going to spotlight you. There you are. Hari Om.
શુભ્યોમ કૃષ્ણ બધાને સૌને જ મારા જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ હરિઓમ ઓમ શાંતિ જય સ્વામિનારાયણ. So with that, I just want to tell you that my first talk to this group is on a Republic Day. So I think there's no better day we could begin. It is our own day. So thank you, Panna Ben, to giving me an opportunity on such a day, and giving me the opportunity itself to, address such a vast gathering and learned people also. So I just want to briefly introduce myself. One is that I'm associated with the Chinmaya Mission since last 43 years, and by profession, I'm a IT professional. But presently, after COVID, I have stopped, and and I do training now in soft skills and even IT now and then. Corporate training, I mean. And I have also started recently. I have started as a visiting faculty in an engineering college. After this job coming of this government, the BJP government, subject has been made compulsory in all colleges, irrespective of the stream, whether it's engineering or even management or just BCom, etc. So it is called Indian Knowledge Systems, and it talks to you have to teach what are the about the Vedas, not the Vedas, about the Vedas, what are the Upanishads, and our culture in general, which today's children don't know what Sanatana Dharma is. So this is a subject introduced under the National Education Policy (NEP) all over India. So recently I started that, and I, that's all I want to tell you about myself. And my biggest qualification is that I'm a member of Chinmaya Mission. So I've been taking these online classes since quite some time now. And then I got a call from Panna Ben that to give a talk. I said yes, I very happily accepted it. So, and she asked me for the topic. So I said, yes, looking within. So, it will be like an introduction also to, Vedanta. So with that, I just want to start with first the invocation. And this two-line invocation is first, to be chanted by the Guru and the Shishya both together. And as Shishyas, we chant this, and then we'll stop. I mean, we'll chant the Guru Stotram, the five verses, and the last verse of Guru Stotram. So we'll just begin. We say Om 3 times first, and then the Sahana Vavatu, which is a 2 lines invocation, and then we'll say Shanti 3 times, and then begin with Guru Stotram. So I begin. Please close your eyes and sit up straight. सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Now I'll chant the Guru Stotram. First 5 verses and the last verse. अखण्डमण्डलाकारम् व्याप्तं येन चराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव. Okay. So you must have noticed here that when I chant the three Shantis, the first is the loudest, then the second one is a little softer, and the third one is a softest. So only the person chanting it realizes, hears that. We'll talk about that later, but this is how it is to be done. And secondly, when we chanted the Guru Stotram, we said one refrain, that Tasmai, Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama at the end of each verse. So in early days when there was no writing, this is how it was conveyed, that it is the same line being repeated again meant it's the end of one verse. So we chant that one, like here in any stotram, but here it is Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So when we chant that at the end of the verse, it means that one verse is complete. So with that, I start, and I'll, if at all we meet again, and I get an opportunity to talk to you again, I would like to tell you at the end of this talk, I would like to even tell you something about, something about our custom, like, why do we do a particular thing? Why do we follow some, like, when we offer a coconut to at the temple, we remove all the thread, what do you call it? All the,
Guchana.
Negative vibes.
રાઈટ, ગુચરા ઇઝ ધ રાઈટ વર્ડ, પણ હવે મારે ગુજરાતી નહોતું વાપરવું. પણ એનીવે, તો એ બધું કાઢી રાખીએ, પણ અને ઉપરનું જે થોડું જ રાખીએ, ધ ચોટી part of it, that is kept. So why do we do it? So something like that I would like to tell you at the end. So today I will just tell you one small thing, is that why do we at any public function, why do we use mango leaves? I'll tell you at the end. There's a very scientific reason behind it. And we Hindus have always been very, very scientific. So I would like to tell you that one reason why we do use mango leaves, at Toran Nijem, Kasama, we keep bunch of mango leaves everywhere. I'll share with that with you. And I would like to do that to tell you more about the small customs of ours. So, okay, we'll begin with this talk. So it says that, see, all of us, all living beings, whether the plant kingdom or the animal kingdom or human beings, we at every point in time, at any second, we want happiness. There is no, can you tell me 1 second in your life that you don't want to be happy? Whether it is morning or evening or night, or when you're a male or you're a female, or whether you're young or you're old or anything, whether it's summer, winter, whatever. So you always want happiness. There is, you cannot say for a single moment also you say, okay, amra happiness nahi hoy to chale, that way. No, it cannot be. You want happiness all the while. And why do we need this? Why do we need happiness? I mean, why are we like this? Why do we want happiness? Because ask yourself, why am I like this? Why do I want happiness? So the answer is that happiness is my dharma. When I say, we'll understand the term dharma later, I mean, just in a moment, but happiness is my dharma. So that, like the dharma of a sun, the dharma of, what does it have? Dharma of a sun. It is to give heat and light. Dharma of moon is shitalta, coolness. And suppose, even what is the dharma of an elastic band? It is to be remain contracted. Like if you pull the elastic band, you stretch it from either side, and then it stretches. But again, when you release the tension, it gets contracted. Why? Because it is the dharma of the elastic band to remain contracted. So similarly, our dharma is Sat Chit Ananda. We will not discuss Sat and Chit now, but we will discuss what is Ananda. Ananda is my dharma, it is my nature. So that is why at every second of my life, I want Ananda. And this applies to even the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the birds, etc., and the human being, the roof and crown of creation. That is a human kingdom. And see, even the plant, if you remove it, keep it away from sunlight, after some time you will see that slowly the plant moves towards sunlight, and this process is called photosynthesis. The movement of plants towards sunlight, photosynthesis. Why? Because any living being, insects, etc., everything, they want happiness, because it is our dharma. Now, dharma here, I mean, the word dharma has many, many meanings. We colloquially, when we say dharma, we mean religion, like Sanatana Dharma, or it Islam Dharma, whatever, Christian Dharma. But we are not interested in discussing that. Or dharma also means duty. So when you say Raja Dharma, it means a duty of a king. When you say, the citizen dharma, means as a citizen, what is my duty towards my country? So that is duty, dharma in the sense of duty. So, but here when we say dharma, it means when I'm say Satchit Ananda is my dharma, I mean that what is my nature? Nature is law of being, your nature, your state of being. Like I told you, the dharma of a sun is heat and light. Dharma of the moon is shitalta. Dharma of elastic band is to remain contracted. Similarly, the dharma of all living beings is Satchit Ananda. They are Ananda is my. We will not discuss Sat and Chit just now today, but Ananda is my nature. So that is why that answers my question. That why do I want Ananda at every step? Because it is my law, it's my nature, it is my law of being, that is my dharma. That is why I want Ananda. So, but if you see, and we feel that if Ananda, but unfortunately, so Ananda, I mean happiness, but unfortunately, we think happiness lies in the world outside. When I say the world outside, I mean the people around us, the objects around us, the situation around us that defines the world. The people, the inanimate objects, and the situations around us defines the world. That means technically the words is vyakti, vastu, and paristiti. These are the words used in our scriptures. Vyakti, vastu, paristiti. Vyakti means the people around you, anyone, all the people you see around. Vastu is all the inanimate objects of this world. So, and paristiti is a situation. So, we feel, unfortunately, we believe that the happiness lies in the world outside. And, but this is our ajnana. Again, ajnana is a technical term. So, we'll go slowly. So, ajnana is dharma, ajnan, vyakti, vastu, pari. These are all technical terms, but we'll not use it. I mean, just now we'll just take it regularly. So, this is because of our ajnan, we believe that the happiness lies in the or ananda lies in the world outside, and that is why we pursue the our senses. World outside, in the sense, it means what we experience in through our the five sense organs. The vastu, vyakti, and paristiti that we experience through our sense organs is the world outside. That is why we go after these objects, we go after people, or we go after the situation. But unfortunately, it is not so. The world outside doesn't give me happiness, because what can I want? Permanent happiness. That we have already come to that conclusion, that I want permanent happiness. Whether there's not a single moment where I don't want happiness. So I want permanent happiness. But how can the world outside give me permanent happiness when the world itself is impermanent? So how can I get permanent happiness from the world outside? It there has to be, if I want permanent happiness, there has to be a matching. The means to that happiness have to be also permanent. But the world outside is impermanent. A person is there today, not there tomorrow. An object is there today, not there tomorrow. For example, the means with which we are communicating just now, some of you may have laptops, I have my mobile. These things were not there maybe 100 years ago, or maybe 10 years ago. They were not there. They came into existence only a few years ago. They will not be there another 10 years ago. These are instruments through which we are communicating. So this is impermanent. So how can the world outside give you happiness? And even the situation, vyakti, vastu, and paristiti. Paristiti means situation. How can a situation which is there tomorrow and not there, I mean, there today, not there tomorrow, how can a situation give you happiness? So everything outside is impermanent. And we are trying to get permanent happiness through impermanent means. See, there has to be a coordination between the end and the means. You when you want something, if I want to go, I want to become a doctor, I want an mbbs degree, I have to go to a medical college, I can't go to an engineering college. So there has to be a coordination between the means and the end. So in this case, I want permanent happiness, but I am going to the world outside and trying to get permanent happiness. Vyakti was, I think when I want Vyakti, Vastu, and Paristiti, I take it as a means of getting happiness. So is it possible? So there itself we are going wrong. That is our ajnana. It is ajnan to think that the world outside, the world outside means Vyakti, Vastu, and Paristiti can give me happiness. That is the biggest mistake that we are making. And I will tell you, secondly, happiness is it's a subjective phenomenon. A world, I'm trying to prove to you that world objects outside cannot give happiness to everybody. And when I say subjective phenomenon, happiness is a subjective phenomenon in the sense that the same object cannot give you happiness and me happy, may not give me and you happiness at the same time. For example, I'll tell you, non-veg, you keep a piece of meat, maybe some people, well, it's a delicacy for some, but I will get irked. So the if the if I will get irked with it if I see it. I cannot sit with the same, at the same table with someone having non-veg. It irks me. So if the happiness was in the object, it should give me the same, that object should give the same quantum of happiness to everybody. Take another example. Take the example of, say a person, the same person today whom you may get along very well with. You may love that person, you may like that person, you may adore that person. That same person, because of some friction between you, some undesirable situation, you may start hating that person. So the person remaining the same, your feelings toward that person has changed. So it's subjective. And the same again, I'm telling you, let's take a situation. We have dealt with an object, as in non-veg or vegetarian. Other is you've taken a Vyakti. I've given you an example of the Vyakti. Now I'm giving you an example of a situation. See, for example, a cricket match. All of us, India and England, all of us, for us, cricket is a great game, and for us, most people, cricketers are gods, at least in India. So they just enjoy cricket, but when India is losing, what? Do you think they will like it? But when India is winning, oh, it makes them so happy. So the same situation, at times it's giving you sorrow, at times it's giving you joy. So it cannot be that I cannot say that this particular cricket situation is is giving you happiness, same quantum of happiness at all times. Yesterday, when we lost, when we won against England, it was great. Yesterday itself, just last evening, when India and England were playing, it was a great thing. When I just come from Mahakumbh, and this match was going on, and everyone was rejoicing. So for us, at least, it was a great day yesterday, and it was a Republic Day evening, so that added to our joy. But the same situation, cricket, if we are losing, and one more thing, when I'm sure yesterday, if it was England, instead of England, it was Pakistan, the joy would have been much, much more. So a Vyakti, Vastu and Paristiti cannot give me happiness. I've proved it to you that it's subjective phenomenon. It cannot be, and we are trying to get permanent happiness from this world outside. So unfortunately, this is the scenario. And it is all because of our Ajnana. And now, but so the world outside cannot give me happiness. We have come to that conclusion. And now we'll say, so on careful analysis, we find that uh, on careful analysis, we will find that there is a clear relationship between happiness and our mind. There is a clear relationship between the happiness and the mind. When the mind is calm, the mind is steady, there is no sorrow. It's pure happiness. But when the mind is agitated, it is all sorrow. And what makes the mind agitated? So for that, we will have to see what are desires. What are desires? Ask yourself, just wait, for a few seconds, ask yourself, what is a desire? What is a desire? A desire is something that makes you wanting for any object or a person or a situation. It agitates the mind. You want to acquire something, you want to possess something or a person, you want to acquire, possess, own an object. Or so you go after that thing. You want a house. Today you already have a house, but You have a 2 bedroom house. You want a 3 bedroom house. You want a 4 bedroom house. You want તમને ગાડી જોઈએ છે, ઘોડો જોઈએ છે, બધું જ જોઈએ છે. But so that is a desire to, that is what I mean by desire. If desires keep us wanting. Desires keep us wanting, you know. We have a desire for an object, or we have a desire for a person, we have a desire for a situation. So we have desires. So these desires keep us away from happiness. So and the quantum of desires from person to person is different. And there are the type of, not only the type of desires, but the number of desires are also different. You know, some people have too many desires to fulfill. Such people are less evolved. While the desire, some people have very few desires. To a man of perfection, there'll be no desires. So we are actually trying to, through these lectures or through these classes that you people are doing, you're trying to evolve. What you are trying to do is evolve. You are trying to clear the mind of desires. Ultimately, what is your end desire? Moksha. Everyone end desire is moksha. You want to get rid of desires. So the main desire here is to get rid of all desires. So there are, so what is, this is a desire, as I defined what is desire. Now I'll tell you, we'll talk about how we try to fulfill our desires. See, one way, there are basically three ways in which we try to fulfill our desires. One is acquiring the object of our desire. You want to feel like buying a bottle of perfume, you just go and buy it. You want to eat something, you go and eat it. You want clothes, you go, because you have the means, you have the enough money to buy, you do it. So you go and fulfill your desire. But this is not a very mature way of doing it. Even I mean, that time you have to ask yourself, do I really need it? So this is not a very mature way of fulfilling a desire. You just go and acquire the object of desire. So that is one way. And such a person who acquire, you know, this is a very base means of fulfilling a desire. And such a person is called a bhogi or a samsari. And such a person will find herself or himself wanting for more and more. The more you get into this circle, you will keep on going on and on and on. There is no end to, if you try to fulfill desires in this way, there is no end to it. You'll be always in the, you know, it's a circle. You know, you'll go in circles. You'll never be able to fulfill your desires, because one desire leads to another, one leads to another, next it goes on that way. So this, and it's not a very mature way of fulfilling your desires. The second way of fulfilling, I mean, trying to fulfill your desire is by growing out of it, you know. But this is again not a very mature way of doing it. For example, I'll tell you, like a student is appearing for exams. And when the student is appearing for exams, you know, this student has a great desire to watch TV. So she'll tell herself that, okay, till my exams get over, I will not watch TV. Doesn't watch TV at all, continues study. Continuously she studies, very sincerely. Day and night she's studying. But the minute the exams are over, the first thing the student will do is come home and start the TV. So in this case, the desire is fulfilled. Only thing is, I mean, it's not that it is, we have grown out of the desire, but you have only postponed it. The desire for the object still remains. For example, you know, આપણે પેલું કરીએ ને, you say બાધા લઈએ છે, for till this so 3 years I will not have this, or you know, I will not eat this, or for another 5 years I will not eat this. So you still have a taste for that desire. The flavor of the desire is still there. It's only that you're postponing it. You're just postponing the fulfillment of the desire. Like that student waited for the exam to get over to watch TV. But the taste for the desire still remains. The TV vasana is still there. till I complete my exam, I will not watch TV. So, yes, you have postponed your desire, but you have not lost the taste for that object. That that this attraction for the object is still there. In the first case, what happens? You immediately fulfill the desire. In this case, what are you doing? You're only postponing your fulfillment of the desire. Now, such this second type of person is called a tyagi. Means that object is not given up totally, but it's only delayed. Now, third person is a person who will grow out of that desire. Third person is called a sannyasi. Means you have just grown out of desire. If it you don't have any desire for the object at all. If it is there, you will enjoy it. If it is not there, it's okay. Like for example, many of us, if we get up in the morning, we need our tea or coffee or whatever. But to a person who is a sannyasi, I don't mean the person who is in saffron clothes. I mean a person who is evolved soul. Gita says, Gita gives the example of a sannyasi. I mean the definition of a sannyasi. I will read it out to you. Sorry, I can't find it here. A person who has grown out of desires. Again, I'm telling you, I don't mean a person who is uh, in saffron. A person, what I mean is a person who has matured, a person who has grown out of the desire. Such a person is a sannyasi. So, a person who says, okay, when I get up in the morning, cha che to che, nati to nati. It's no object in the world can make any difference to me. If I have it, I will enjoy it. If I don't have it, it cannot give me sorrow. So that is a sannyasi. There are three ways of fulfilling a desire. So this I have told you. A tyagi, sorry, the first person is a bhogi, a tyagi, and a sannyasi. So if you see, I have told you here that who is a bhogi, a tyagi, and a sannyasi. Now, what we need to do is slowly become sannyasis. From tyagi, it's just a question of disciplining the mind. Look within, look within yourself and see how you can evolve and how we can come to this. So, on careful analysis, we will find that I'm repeating this that there is a relationship between the mind and the world. See, there is nothing wrong with materialism. Enjoy the world, enjoy your relationship with people, enjoy the material objects around you, enjoy a cricket match or any situation, enjoy the some. We are going to have elections in Delhi. The results, we may be, for some people, if, when one party wins, it may be, oh, great. For the other people, if that party is winning, oh, again, sorrow. That's okay. All that is enjoy it, but have a right contact with the world outside. All your, when I say the world outside, I mean all the objects that are જે આપણા પાંચ ઇન્દ્રિયો છે શબ્દ સ્પર્શ રૂપ રસ and gandha, the five sense organs, eyes, ears, nose, skin and tongue. Through them we experience the world. Through them we experience the vyakti, vastu and paristiti. So these have, they should have a right contact with the world outside. All of us have to slowly evolve to become sannyasis. From a book, currently we may be bhogis or tyagis, but slowly we have to evolve to become sannyasis. And slowly it will happen. It will happen. Our shastras are there. They will guide us. Our gurus are there. They will guide us. And what is the one more thing I want to tell you is that why are we on this path today? Because all of us want that finally we want moksha. And but unfortunately, because of our ajnan, we think that the world outside will lead us to happiness, and through that we will get permanent happiness. This is ourselves, but we need to look within. We need to look how that happiness lies within us. Happiness is not a, it's a state of mind. It's a state of mind. If there are no desires, there is total peace. Anything when small, it's like a ripple in the ocean. It's if the mind. What is the mind? It is nothing but a seat of emotions. It is a flow of thoughts. What we have to do is keep the mind calm. Then there will be total happiness. When even with a small desire coming up, I want this, I want that, I want that. I want itself has to be controlled. If it is there, some object is there, fine. If it is not there, so don't be dependent on the world outside for your happiness. The world outside cannot control you. You have to control the world outside. When my Gurudev Swami Chinmayanand ji used to say, don't have the key of your happiness in someone else's pocket. Don't have the key of your happiness in someone else's pocket. So have the right relationship with the world outside. No, the world should not control you. You control the world. If some Vyakti Vastu Parasthiti is there, it is fine. Not there, it's also fine. So you be alipta, tame alipta bano. So I have already proved to you that happiness lies within, not without. It's we have to introspect. In fact, when Pannaben began, she used the word introspect. In fact, she that in one sentence that she said, it gave the in a nutshell what I was going to talk. The introduction was beautiful. So unfortunately, our agnan that we find that the world outside is through that we will get permanent happiness. And why do we want happiness? It's because of our dharma. It is our nature. Satchit Ananda is my nature. We have not dealt with Sat and Chit today. We have dealt with Ananda. So that is our nature. Now, any questions so far? Any questions from anybody? Last 35 minutes I've been talking to you. So anything that you would like to ask, anything that I have not been able to explain properly? Annaben?
Any Q&A? Any questions from anybody?
નથી કોઈને પ્રશ્ન નથી પૂછવા?
Sangeeta ji,
Yeah.
we know that happiness is not permanent, but it's human nature to strive for it, isn't it?
Happiness is permanent, but the way we are going to get, trying to get happiness, the means are impermanent.
Because it's human nature to seek happiness all the time.
Correct, because it is your dharma. Happiness is something that you always, and it is permanent. But unfortunately, we want something, but we are doing something else. We are trying to get a medical degree, going to an engineering college. That is what we are doing just now. We are seeking happiness outside, and it's within, and we are trying to seek happiness without. What is your question?
It is difficult to look into the inside all the time when you are
Correct.
living with the family and everybody around you.
It is very difficult, but this marga, this path itself is very difficult.
It is. It's quite difficult, yeah, but you have to try, I suppose.
Yeah, you have to keep introspecting all the while. And once you introspect, you have to negate and you have to substitute. It's not easy. No one says it's easy. But then there are the Shastras to guide you. See, let me go a step further. And actually, this is a content of the next talk. But there are two types of vidyas, Paravidya and Aparavidya. What is Paravidya? It is a supreme knowledge. The and Apara Vidya is everything other than Para Vidya is Apara. Apara means lower level or Gauna. अपने Gauna कहिए ना, Gauna knowledge, lower level, the not supreme knowledge. And Para Vidya is supreme. So whatever other than whatever the Shastras teach you are Para Vidya, everything else is Apara Vidya. And instead of going towards the Shastras, I mean our texts, Gita, Upanishads, etc. Instead of going for, trying to learn Tamil culture, it's difficult. So it is through going towards these books, I mean, these steps for our spiritual progress. We tend to go towards the Apara Vidya, mark of Apara Vidya. And what is the difference between these two? The Paravidya, that is these texts, they talk to us about ourselves. While the Aparavidya, all the everything other than the spiritual text is they talk about the world outside. Spiritual talk text, the subject of discussion is the Atman, yourself. Whilst any other subject, geography, history, science, math, everything, it's other than the self. Paravidya talks about the self, or Paravidya talks about everything other than the self. And we have to take the help of these scriptures to get be on this path. Anything else? Okay, I would like to tell you, as I told you, I would like to, one small section which we said, why do we, see, there are many things like I told you about that coconut, etc. Now here, normally in our Hindu customs, when there is any occasion in the house, we normally have, or public, what I mean is any public function, wedding, okay, any, housewarming or anything, we always have mango leaves, a toran of mango leaves, at the gate, or we'll keep somewhere, a bunch of mango leaves here and there. Why do we do it? Why do we do such mango leaf? No, and no other leaf. Mango leaf is not something very beautiful. There are more beautiful leaves than mango leaves, but still we will put only mango leaves. So it is, we are born, the Hindus are, it's a nation of science, and it's a scientific bent of mind we have. So in that, what happens is that in mango leaves, it has the property that even when the leaf is separated from the tree, the main tree, it continues to give oxygen for the next 48 hours or maybe more. So in any public place where there are so many, any gathering, like, a wedding or anything, when there are so many people breathing at the same time, what happens is that the level of oxygen falls, because so many people are breathing from the same oxygen, same air. So naturally, the more the people breathing there, the oxygen level is bound to fall. So in order to help that, negate that effect, we put mango leaves, as a toran also. It's not for any other reason, no religious significance, nothing, but it is a very scientific reason that we keep mango leaves everywhere around. Bunches of mango leaves are hanging here and there. Even the main gate has a toran of mango leaves. It's no other reason. That is to negate the effect of the fall in oxygen. Because these leaves produce oxygen even after being separated from the mother tree. They produce oxygen for the next 48 hours. So that is the reason why we have mango leaves put here and there when there is a vast gathering of people. That is one section I just wanted to add. Though it has nothing to do with my talk, I just thought I would like to share some small things like this with you.
Thank you for telling us that. Didn't know.
Yeah, we can share many more such things. Panna pen
So, it, so if it's not mango leaves, then sometimes they use asopalo as well, isn't it?
yeah, maybe I don't know about asopalo, but in mango leaves, so definitely this is the reason. Asopalo may be doing it. I don't know.
We
Thank you.
don't, we
India
don't,
ma asopalo is planted in the front of the house to bring you good luck.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. It's proper giving oxygen, after being separated from the mother plant.
Huh.
but we in UK don't have mango trees.
Okay.
or rasopalo. It's hard to grow them.
It's a tropical plant.
Yes, tropical plants.
True, true.
So what
So,
would you
so
use
instead,
instead?
yes, what would you suggest to use? Pan?
No, no, I don't know that. I don't
Oh, okay.
Nagar wala pan?
Kawanapan.
Hmm.
ખાવાના પાન ના ના
Yeah,
Hmm.
nagar wala pan.
ના મને નથી ખબર.
એમાંય કાંઈક તો છે સારું.
હા હશે હશે ચોક્કસ plants have something good, you know. At least all of you know why this people tree gives why do we you know have people tree here and there, and we don't normally, at least in India, we don't cut people tree. It's because it gives more oxygen than any other plant, you know. It produces more oxygen than other plants. People do
Hmm.
chart.
પીપળાનું
It-
પીપળો ને
Pipro is
but
different.
People.
there is also any puja પણ થાય છે ને people ને
હા
This is a
મંદિરમાં
this is a very
મંદિરમાં.
because it gives more oxygen than any other plant.
ઓકે
Hmm. Okay.
something good to learn.
What about coconut?
Coconut, you see, it only what happens is that when you remove the ruchdas, okay, so there are three dots. Don't you see those three dots?
Yeah.
You know, coconut. હવે ત્યાં મળે છે કે નહીં મને નથી ખબર. તમારે ત્યાં coconuts મળે છે?
મળે છે
મળે.
મળે. So these three dots signify, have some significance, you know. So I'll give you the scientific. They first of all they represent the three gunas: sattva, rajas, and tamas. You know. So these three gunas, you have to be above these. So of course, sattva is very good. Next comes rajas, and next comes tamas. So sattva means peace, tranquility, and can I take 2 more minutes? It's already time up, but can I take 2 more minutes? Okay.
Yes,
I'll
okay. Yeah,
explain.
yeah.
I won't give details, but I'll just explain the three gunas in detail. I mean, in brief. These are three gunas which pervade everything, even the inanimate objects or the animate objects. I mean, the people, a person, you can classify a person as sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Even a place can be classified as sattvic, rajasic. It pervades the entire universe, these three gunas. I'm moving away from my subject, but since it has come up, so when you say sattva, it means total peace, tranquility, calmness, everything. If and whilst rajas means passion. You know that આપણે ભાગદોડ કહીએ ને ભાગદોડ કરે. You know, some people are બહુ ચંચળ હોય. They cannot sit quiet even for a minute, you know. So they such people are called rajasic, and tamasic are the lazy and indolent people, you know. So this even pervades the day. Time of the day has these three qualities. Early morning is a sattvic time where you will want to do sattvic activities. You want to do puja, you want to meditate, you want to do your japa. As the day draws on, rajas comes up. Activity begins. You start getting ready to work or college or whatever you start getting that. You run for the train, your bus, whatever. You come to work, you start working. At the end of the day, what do you want to do? You want to just retire, you want to sleep. So that tamas takes up. So the day also is full of these three characteristics. Even the food, આપણે કહીએ ને કે ગાયનું દૂધ, that is sattvic. ભેંસનું દૂધ, it is tamasic, because ભેંસ is tamasic, ગાય is sattvic. So even the fruits, if you go to see, most fruits are of course sattvic, but then you know the jackfruit, it is supposed to be tamasic. So even eatables are can be classified into rajasic, sattvic, and tamasic. Time of the day, even the seasons, even the place. For example, the temple or a library is supposed to be a sattvic place where is total calmness, total peace. Whereas if you go to a market, it is rajasic, it is full of activity. But if when you go to a dance bar or something, it is tamasic. So places are also classified. So these three qualities, the three gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas, they pervade the whole universe. And animate, living beings, non-living beings, sub-living, whatever you call them, it's given in the Gita. Okay? All these three gunas pervade you at all times, everywhere.
Thank you.
So with that will end. I will just say the મંત્ર કરીને આપણે ક્લોઝ કરીએ. I will hand it over to Pannaben. ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम over to you Pannaben.
Hari Om. Thank you very much. It was a knowledge to know something, and to learn something is never too late for us to learn. Thank you very much, Sangeeta Ben, and that was a wonderful thing to learn. Also, not forgetting that we've got our Zumba on Tuesday. So please try and join in on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Our new timing is at 4 o'clock. So it's making more facilities and more time for the people in Canada to join us after the school run. And also to let you know, as I did the New Year's Eve party, which was a very successful event, I'm also doing now Valentine's, because Valentine is just around the corner, and it is for everybody, not just a couple, it's for the whole family. What is Valentine? Valentine is the love between each other, your parents, your children. લાઈક આપણે રક્ષાબંધન વખતે બહેનો બહેનો પણ રાખડી બાંધે, ભાઈ બહેન બાંધે, મા દીકરી બાંધે. So it is something to significant all these rituals what we have in our nature. And like Sangeeta Ben was saying, there are so many different rituals there that we have to not just learn, but to listen to it and digest if we can, and get some knowledge out of it. That's what I've been doing from all these people I get to talk about, and I have learned massively, quite a lot. And to benefit all this, um, it's funny how I, in the beginning, I was not very interested in it, but now learning every time something new is benefiting me for my own knowledge. I can teach my grandchildren as well. And as you all have grandchildren, and we can, teach them now, because our generation is the last generation who's done everything, looked after our parents, looked after our children, helped them out. But then the new generation that is coming, the children are not teaching, but I'm very shocked to hear my daughter teaching her son what is Ganpati? How did Ganpati became an elephant face, And the way she explained, I was shocked, because I had no idea how much my daughter had learned from me. And this is something which you come across now. The new generation, the grandchildren ask you so many questions. Why? Why is never stopped. Why? So for us to get that answer, you got to be prepared as well, thinking, yeah, this is it. You have to learn our things. This is it. In our generations, we did all these rituals, why we did it. So it is something new for me to learn as well. And also, to finish off, just to let you know, Chinmaya Mission, we've got it everywhere. They're based here in London as well, in the city. And, something to learn from Chinmaya, just like Brahma Kumaris, they've got their mission as well. So Chinmaya is another mission which I came across, and they're very good in teaching us things like what Sangeeta Ben is talking about. So in my next subject with Sangeeta Ben, she will let me know, and we'll continue, if that is okay with Sangeeta Ben.
Yeah, it's fine, but I want some feedback from people over the week, If you can tell me something where you want something, if you want to know something particular branch of Vedanta, then I can, focus on that. Or we can, what I was planning is there are some, like values of the Gita, like
Absolutely.
Tan, Vairagya, Ahimsa, Arjavam, all these, we can take up each value and attach a story to that and tell, discuss that.
Sure.
Something.
So if and like Sangeeta Ben says, she would love to have the feedback from you all. So if you've got a minute or two, please write in the meditation group what your opinions are, what you would like to learn more, what you would like to hear about. That is another thing. So if you put ideas into our brains, then we can start working.
And if you and tell me how did you find today's talk? What was lacking and what was good, that way.
Absolutely. Anyway, we shall now leave you. And thank you very much again, Sangeeta Men. And thank you all the participants who had joined in today. And please take a moment or two, give your opinions in the meditation group. Thank you again. Take care. Somne Jai Shri Krishna. And happy Republic Day to everybody. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you,
Bye.
Sangeeta
Thank
Ben. Thank
you.
you,
Thank you,
Panna Ben.
Sangeeta
Jai
Ben.
Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri
Bye-bye.
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Bye.
Thank you, Sangeeta Ben, and thank you, Panna.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank
Take
Thank you,
care.
Panna
thank you,
and
Sangeeta
Sangeeta
Ben. Thank you,
Ben.
Panna.
Bye.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Take care, all.
Yeah,
Bye.
very informative subject. Learned a lot. Good.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
If take a moment and let me know what you want to hear about, we can always, get the subjects out and,